bit of a different looking video today. Today we have a SMITE video. We're going to go ahead and talk about Rama. Today is the anniversary of when he was released, and this starts our 3-day triple series of SMITE videos, going back to our roots on the channel a little bit. A World of Warcraft update there as it's letting me know. That's why I usually do these in full screen. But Rama is the 7th avatar of Vishnu. He is a hunter type character from the Hindu pantheon. Obviously a ranged fighter, but using physical damage, given it is a bow. We look down at his skins. This is what standard Rama looks like, as most of you likely know. We're going to go ahead and rank all of Rama's skins on a scale of, well, usually we do S to D, but now we have must-have, added to the collection, neat, mid, and oof. We're going to go ahead and start off with his base skin. Now, these might be a little out of order, but we're going to go in with their website order that you see on the right side of the screen. First of all, do we have a name? Standard Rama, of course. Standard Rama, I do think, is a good-looking skin. He has a lot of colors going on. Now, Rama having blue skin, his clothes are either going to clash with that or not. And in this case, with his standard skin, I think the gold and the red actually go really nicely together, and they contrast but do not work against the blue color of his skin. So add to the collection. Obviously, you will already have this one in your collection, given that it is the base skin, but I do think it is a good one nonetheless. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here so we can see this a bit better. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, next up we have Berserker Bow. Now, I don't think the website does not go in the order they were released, so we're just going to go with the order that they give us. Are they in alphabetical? They might be alphabetical. In any case, this is Berserker Bow right there. Now, this one I do think it is pretty good, but I don't think it's that much better than the original. Definitely a much different take on the character, no longer having blue skin, now being turned into some type of Mongolian looking fighter. Though, given that he is a Hindu god, I would assume that it is supposed to be some, well, I don't know, it doesn't look Indian, but some type of Central Asian, might not be Mongolia, but in any case, a much more human-looking character that we can see here. I do think it's a good skin. I probably would rock this one over the actual one, but I do think they're about in the, or excuse me, the standard one, but I do think they are about in the same tier there. Dignitas, I am not a fan of this one. I believe this was a promotional skin that had to do with a crossover for a what do you call it? A game. Of course, it's a game. Ooh, I should cut this out. Well, I didn't cut out the last part, but I've come to my senses. These ones are affiliations with either sports teams or sports esports events, and I think both of them are oof. I just don't like them. I don't think the t-shirt works very well. The headset there, he has all this big bulky gold armor on. I just think it looks very weird. So I'm going to go ahead and put both of those in oof. Dignitas, not very good. The golden skin of Rama, every champion, every god has a golden skin. I'm going to go ahead and put the gold skin in, add it to the collection. I don't think it's the best thing ever, but I do think it is pretty good, and similar caliber there to his original skin. Different color scheme, but I think it still works. Honorable Hero, he looks like some kind of hero of old, some kind of legendary warrior. I'm going to go ahead and put in neat. I do think it looks very cool. I'm a big fan of the gold armor, the gold bow, and whatnot. However, it's not as unique as his other skins are. So for that reason, because it's kind of generic, I'm going to go ahead and put in neat. There are a lot of gods that this skin could have been given to, for example, and that's not the case with all of them. Last Commando, he's turned into Rambo. Going to put it in neat. Not my favorite usage of the character, but I'm sure somebody loves this. Honestly, mid. Honestly, mid. I think it's the blue skin. I think the blue skin mixed with the camo just doesn't really look very good. I don't know. Something about this skin is throwing me off. I'm going to go ahead and put it in mid. I don't think it's as great. Now, Nature's Guardian, I really like. Nature's Guardian, I'm going to put as a must-have skin. This is a normal skin, one of the ones he originally came with, but given the better texture here, I'm assuming this was upscaled at some point from what it originally looked like, or it was added later. It wasn't originally one, but nonetheless, it is a normal skin you can get for him. Probably easier to get than some of the others on this list. And I think it is a fantastic skin for him. This is my favorite Rama skin that I've seen so far. I think the green really goes well with his blue skin, and then the white hair, which I don't think he has in all of the Yeah, he doesn't have white hair in all of them. I do think the white hair also really goes well with it. The gold also nicely bringing everything together. The look on his face also looks like he's ready to fight, and yeah, just everything about this, I like it. We go to polar opposite side of the spectrum now with Neon Rebellion, which I also would put in must-have. I think it's a very, very cool looking skin. The neon skull, glowing, the bow, just everything about this skin is just great. Yeah, must have that one. Oni Hunter, this one I thought was interesting. It's much more of that traditional Asian aesthetic, but I think it's more inspirations here, it seems like, from China and Japan than India. Now, that's not a bad thing. You can kind of take inspirations from wherever you want. They certainly did it with the Rambo skin, or what was it called? Last Commando, yeah. But for Oni Hunter, I'm going to say it's neat. Just similar to that Warrior one that we put here. What was this called? Honorable Hero, excuse me. I just think that these two kind of could have been given to anybody with a bow, and it would have worked. So they're neat, but they're not as unique. Orbital Strike is up next. Orbital Strike, I think, is a pretty good looking skin. I'm tempted to put this one in must-have, but I don't think it's quite as good as the two that are up there. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the collection. I think it's a nice one to have. A more technological skin than you can have. So you have your two basic ones here. You have your, more medieval type skin here, and then your futuristic one. Sacred Arrow, however, I am going to go ahead and put in must-have. I think Sacred Arrow looks fantastic, turning into some type of Valkyrie, guardian angel deity with a bow and wings and everything. It's great. Skin no longer blue, now burning bright yellow. However, I do think that works for him, or at least in this skin it definitely works. I'd say that's a must-have skin for sure. We've already talked about Solar Scarabs. Went ahead and put in oof, not a fan of that design. The Marksman, he has made to look like a comic book character. I thought initially that this was a crossover with DC, and I thought this was Marvel, and I thought this was a crossover with Hawkeye. However, it's not. It's just, he's just a comic book character himself, which is neat. I'm going to say it's neat. Definitely think that a crossover would have been cooler, but not always possible, and not always, worth it financially. And then finally, we have Valiant One. Valiant One, I think, might be the weakest of his basic skins, just because, and I think it's really the skin color. That orange is just a really odd skin color. I don't know that it really works with the green. I am a fan of all the silver he has on, replacing his normal gold. However, the skin color and the green fabrics he's wearing, I just don't think really work. So with that, we have our tier list. We can exit out of that, pull this back up, and go ahead and hit F11 to go to full screen. That's our tier list, guys. Let me know down below what you think of it. Did I rank these skins high enough, low enough, whatever? What other Smite gods, other video games, other things would you like me to rank? Let me know whatever you'd like to see. I appreciate you watching. Come back the next 2 days for more Smite videos. Have a great day.